this will be a talk about the micro frontend with the module federation. So anybody know what is the micro frontend or module federation? Anybody? Yeah, can anybody answer that? Okay. Yeah. Okay. That is one aspect of the micro frontend. So this is about me, like I have more than 15 years of experience in web development and cloud solutions, enterprise grade development. I am a co-founder of a small company called Futures Tech Solution. I have been awarded Microsoft MVP for my community contribution, and I love to attend this kind of community events and be part of it. Okay, so this will be the agenda for this talk. So we are going to see what is micro frontend, then we are going to see why we need micro frontend, what is module federation, we are going to check Webpack 5 with the module federation and why Webpack 5 module federation, and there will be some challenges when you create module federation and micro frontend. So we are going to talk about that part also. So what is micro frontend? So as the guys told that trying to think of a website. So let's say there is a big website there, right? And there are multiple people working on that part. And in that website, like if you don't have micro frontend, like then all have to work on only single code base, and that is going to be a problem in future, right? So let's take an example of, okay, let's take an example of YouTube. So in here you can see there is a header, there is a sidebar, and there is a video list, right? So these all three things can be a micro frontend. So one team will create header, one team will create sidebar, and one team can create video list. There is another way of doing this also. So here, this is our GDG website, right? So this is called like a page micro frontend. So here the pages are divided into the micro frontend. So our main site is one frontend. Then our speaker page is another frontend. Like we can divide like that also. So what are the benefits we are getting? So basically, the benefit is like each micro frontend can be deployed separately, right? So let's say there is a big company there and it is acquired by another company. So the company who is acquired is using Angular, and the company which acquired that company is using React. Now, if we want to merge these two companies' feature, then how we can do it? Because one code is Angular and one code is in React, right? So at that time, like the micro frontend comes to a rescue. Then another thing is the independent updates and bug fixes. So let's say if speaker page has some bug, so we need to deploy that particular thing only. We don't need to deploy whole site, right? Then another thing which we already talked, tech stack freedom. So one can be Angular, one can be Vue, one can be React, anything you can do. Then applications are split by pages or business domains. So business domains is like your YouTube search, your YouTube sidebar, YouTube video page, right? And pages are like your dev page main site, then speaker page, like that. So why do they exist, or why we require it? Can anybody answer this question? So one scenario I have already given you, right? There is a company merger there, right? And then like there is one stack already there and there is another stack, and we need to merge those two stacks together, right? At that time we need this. Same way, like let's say, you know AngularJS, right? So now, after AngularJS, Google has started doing Angular 2.0 in TypeScript, right? So the whole text stage and lots of things have been changed, right? So one part is already developed in AngularJS. Now we want to create new module with the new technology. At that time, this will help. So you can create new module with new micro frontend and new technology, right? So this is the example of a typical monolith application. So here, earlier what used to be done, the SOAP team or the core team is doing all the micro front-end, back-end, and database in the same code base, right? Then the technology involves, and we have now front-end, back-end, and database. And front-end has different team, and back-end has different team. Then we come to in the era of the microservices, right? So in microservices, we have different kind of services there, right? Product service, reco services, basket service, and payment service. Then there is a aggregation layer, and your front-end team will be there, right? But with the front-end teams, we can also divide these teams into small teams, and we can create the micro front-end. So here, for example, Team Inspire will help the customer to discover the product, so which is like a search, right? Then Team Search will be like a quickly find the right product. So they will suggest some product based on your search, right? Then Team Product will present product images and all the product information there. And Team Checkout will take care of your checkout workflow. So once you together build these kind of things there in micro frontend, at that time, like it will create a whole application, and it will work, like it will deploy it separately in the server, but it will work like a single application. That is what the micro frontend are. So hope I am clear till now. So what is module federation? Anybody know about the module federation? Okay. So this is the simple example, or you can say like a simple learning that we can import another app into our web component, and that web component we can use in our application, right? So if you get this idea, then you don't need to learn module federation. You don't need me to teach you module federation there, okay? So, you know, there are some bundlers there, Webpack 5, and there are other bundlers also there. But Webpack 5 is one of the popular bundler there. So they provide like module federation and easy to configure. Otherwise, what we need to do is like we need to create our module workflow and do lots of configuration code. But with the Webpack 5, you don't need to do all these stuffs, and you need to do like very minimum configuration there. So how Webpack 5 module federation works? So there are two things there. One is your cell. So basically cell is your host application. So it will be your application which will be managing all the other remote applications, right? So here you can see, like you can map URL in your Webpack config. Okay, so here you have MFE1, so micro frontend 1. You can write all the remotes here, which will be this part, the micro frontend remote part. And here we have export files in Webpack config. So basically export is like it is available to be used. Like in the previous slide we have seen, we are importing something into our main host application, right? So this is the thing which we are going to export. So here we can have multiple application which is exported as web component, and that web component can be used in our cell part. And this is how we can use our component there, right? So MEF1 and whatever we have exported, right? Then there are a couple of things which we can do. So, there are sharing, there will be some code, like let's say you are creating multiple applications in Angular only, right? So we all need Angular core framework, right? NPM or NPM package or whatever you say. So that Angular core, like if we do multiple applications, then there will be a problem, right? This NPM will be used multiple times. So we can also create some shared libraries there where we can use this NPM only once, and it will fetch required files from this NPM into the particular application. Instead of like creating this NPM everywhere, so there will be only a single package.json file, and that package.json file will handle everything. So I'll show you some kind of demo, but let's before that, like, do we have any kind of a question till now? No questions? Yeah, it is possible. So basically, like, here you can see exposes, right? So here you can export your Angular service also, right? And that Angular service can be used at other places also. So that is possible, quite possible. Like you can expose your API calls there, right? Any other questions? No questions? So I'll show you some kind of code at the end. Let's move to. So what are the challenges we are going to get in module federation and micro frontend? Any idea, like, what are the challenges? No idea. Okay, so like routers, right? So your routing can be tricky because, like, suppose you have same route in multiple apps, right? Then you need to write few helper function to make sure that route works and everything. So your routing can be always tricky in this part, right? So let's say you have one React application, there also you have speaker page, and in our main Angular application also we have speaker page, right? So at that time it will create problem. Then another part is the bundle size, especially in terms of cell host application, where we have lots of web component, right? So it may possible that your bundle size will increase. And John.js, how many of you have worked with Angular? Okay, quite a few. So John.js problems, right? Anybody face any problem related to John.js? Yeah, what is that? You're right. Right. Yeah, so that is the thing, like John.js have their own problem. Angular team is working on that part, and in future they are going to get rid of the John.js. But right now sometimes it creates problems with the life cycles of the component, right? So this is the conclusion which we have. So micro frontends are good, but you need a reason to do it. Like if you have simple applications, then you don't need to create micro frontend because the configuration is complicated. You need to involve DevOps team and lots of other people to manage your server and everything, right? So that is the one thing. Then it is cool because like you can share the code to the different application. This gentleman rightly told that we can share our web services or APIs with everybody in the stack. Then the another thing is like we don't need to worry about technology step, right? So we are going to expose everything as a web component, right? And we are going to use that web component in our cell application. So your application itself is a web component, right? So then you don't need to worry about the framework. What are the frameworks we have used, right? So we are going to.
Thank you so much, everyone. Hey, photo back it.
More than 120 CFE received this year. Next, please. These are some social states. As you can see, this is the crazy things going on today on the social media. DevFest AHM tag is everywhere. You can see number of mentions, number of impressions. You can see the impressions of like 15,668 something. So this is the potentiality. This is the craze. This is thank you to all social media team, community member, everyone. DevFest AHM was trending today. Thanks to all of you. Next, please. And here are some of the candid pics we have captured. Just
both are running in the different ports. So that is there in this Webpack config. Okay. So here you can see like the admin part is running on localhost 3000. The dashboard part is running on the 3100. And I am using this thing into my projects. And what I am using for Angular, let me show you that also. So this is the package which I am using, the Angular Architect Modular Federation. So if you go to GitHub of this, you will get the idea how to configure. We don't have time to explain each and everything, but this is how you should construct your applications there. Okay, so thank you for listening me, and this is my credentials. So please do subscribe to my YouTube channel that is there, and this is my LinkedIn and Twitter. I am at Jalpesh. So thank you for having me, and let me know if you have any questions.
thank you so much, Jalpesh bhai. It's always a pleasure to have Jalpesh bhai on our DevFest. He was there with us in 2019 as well, and again he is sharing his knowledge with us. So he's kind of you can say most favorite speaker of DevFest, we can say, right? So thank you so much. Now, as a token of appreciation from our side, we'll present the memento.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.